So first up is a 1942 Denver minted Washington quarter. Now this coin isn't high graded like a mint state coin or anything like that. It's got a double die obverse taking place, which means that there is doubling taking place on the front of the coin. So if you have a 1942 quarter in your coin collection, get you a cheap little coin USB microscope. You can get them on couchcollectibles.com. Link is in the description. That way you can see your coins up close and see if there's any doubling on the lettering, Washington himself, on the phrases, or on the date. Now this quarter here sold for over $1,700. Moving right along to the same error taking place on a 1943 Washington quarter. Of course, these quarters are silver. Now this quarter here isn't in the best condition. However, it does have doubling taking place on the front of the coin, and that's why this quarter sold for over $1,700. Next up is a 1946 Washington quarter that has a double die reverse. So there's doubling taking place on the back of the quarter. Like I said, get the USB coin microscope and you guys will be able to see doubling on the lettering or on any type of design on the quarter. Now this coin here sold for over $840. Next up is an interesting type of error. This is a 1964 quarter that was struck on a 1964 Denver minted Roosevelt dime. So a silver quarter struck on a silver dime. So you can see there in the images displayed, the whole quarter does not fit on the coin. The whole design does not fit on the coin there, and that's because it was struck on a dime. This quarter is very valuable. This coin sold for over $4,300. Next up is a 1965 Washington quarter. Now this is a really interesting coin because it's got a couple errors taking place here on this quarter. Like I said, it's a 1965. It's been struck through two staples. So you can see the staple there on the front, up there at the top going through the word Liberty, and you can see the staple there on the back at the top. So that is pretty cool, man. I would love to find something like that to add to my coin collection. Now this quarter here sold for over $1,400. Next up is a 1966 Washington quarter. Now this is a double die reverse as well. It isn't a high graded coin, mint stated coin or anything like that. It's at an extra fine 45. So this quarter has doubling taking place on the reverse, and this quarter here sold for over $900. Now I've showed 1966 double die reverses before, but I haven't showed like lower graded ones. So I want to show you guys what those actually sold for as well, instead of just mint stated coins, very high graded coins. These are coins that are in condition that you could actually find in a coin roll. Now next up is a 1970 Washington quarter. It has been double struck in color. Now it is a San Francisco minted proof quarter, and you can see that double strike taking place on the words Liberty, on the phrase "In God We Trust," as well as on the date and Washington. The whole quarter is double struck. So this quarter sold for over $1,500. Next up is a 1970 Denver minted Washington quarter. Again, not at a very high grade. It's at about uncirculated 50. It's got a double die obverse, so there's doubling taking place on the front of the quarter. What you want to look for is on the words "In God We Trust," the word Liberty, the date 1970 itself. Look for doubling on all three of those. This quarter here sold for over $1,200. Next up is a 1971 Denver minted Washington quarter. Now this quarter is very interesting. Most likely not going to find something like this in pocket change, but hey, you never know. So the quarter was struck on a 5-cent planchet, and it looks pretty normal there on the front, 1971. However, if you look on the back, you can see that there is a brockage taking place, and that's what gives it a lot of value. This coin here sold for over $2,500. Next up is a 1972 Washington quarter, San Francisco minted proof quarter. Now this has been double struck on the front of the quarter as well. If you look there to the top of Liberty, you can really see it on the B-E-R and T there. And then the date 1972, as well as on the phrase "In God We Trust" again. Now this quarter here sold for over $1,300. Guys, don't forget to click the videos over there, somewhere on this page. Until tomorrow, I'll see you all in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.